Hi, I'm Gary White with Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television here at the Marion County Public Library. And this morning, Amy McGrath, who is a Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate, that we're going to get to know here in a minute, was here for a forum that you had here at the library. Thank you for coming to visit with us today.
It's great to be here.
And tell us, first of all, introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, well, I'm Amy McGrath. I am a retired Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel. I served the country for 20 years, 3 combat tours. I'm somebody who is married to a lifelong Navy pilot, and together we believe that this country and Kentucky needs a new generation of leaders. So that's why we're in this.
And you, as I said, had a forum here today, so you had a nice audience. What were some of the feedback that you were receiving from our audience here?
You know, it's very similar when I go around the state and I talk to my fellow Kentuckians. What people care about most is health care, and they want our government to work again. There's so much dysfunction. People are tired of that. They are tired of the same old people like Mitch McConnell, who have been there too long, who are really a part of the Washington swamp and not getting things done for our fellow Kentuckians, primarily in healthcare, good solid jobs, infrastructure. I'm hearing a lot about that.
Now, as we said, you are running for the U.S. Senate, and it is for the Senate that is a seat that is currently held by Mitch McConnell. What makes you feel that you are the good candidate to run against Mitch McConnell?
Well, I think anybody that's going up against Mitch McConnell, first of all, you're going to have a lot of resources. My campaign has a tremendous amount of people here in Kentucky that grassroots folks. We've got donations from all 120 counties. I think that's really important. So you've got to have the resources to go up against somebody of that magnitude. Also, somebody who's served the country. You know, we have the lowest percentage of veterans in places like Congress than ever before, really in recent history. And so, you know, we need people right now who have proven that they can put their country above their political party. And that is really important. I know that I can do that. I'm somebody that has federal experience, international experience, and somebody that's going to be able to take Mitch McConnell on.
Now, this is your second run for office for a U.S. seat because you're a representative, right. Correct? Mm-hmm. Now, what have you learned from that experience that's making you go better for the Senate this year? Well,
you know, first of all, you don't always win the first time you go out. I mean, there's a lot of name recognition. You've got to get out there as a first-time candidate. You know, you make a lot of mistakes along the way. You learn from those. You know, we have built a tremendous amount of momentum after the run that I made in the district in Kentucky 6. So I think that's really important to keep moving forward, and also to just get out there and talk to people. I mean, that's a part of this, making sure that that I do a better job of contrasting myself with my opponent. I think that's one of the things I learned from last cycle.
Now, I believe that you got out there early when you were starting to run for U.S. Senate. Since then, now there's about 10 people who are running for the Democratic candidacy to run against Mitch McConnell in the primary that's going to be coming in May. Yeah. What differentiates you from those other 9 candidates? Well,
first of all, that's our democracy. Isn't it great we have so many people that want to get out there and represent, and I think that's great, and that's part of, frankly, that's part of the democracy that I fought to defend for the last 24 years. So I think that's wonderful. Again, if you're going to compete against Mitch McConnell, you have to have the resources. I think that the message that I have to my fellow Kentuckians, which is one that is motivating people around the state, is we need to have a leader that puts our country and Kentucky above their political party. I've proven that I can do that. I took the oath to the Constitution 6 times in my life as a United States Marine, 3 combat tours. I mean, this is the kind of leader that we need in this country today. And that's primarily, among many other things, about solid practical solutions for some of these things like healthcare, good solid jobs. But you know, we're going to have some time. You're going to be able to, I suppose, hear from all the candidates running.
And having that experience, right now we have domestic issues, obviously, that we have going on, but also there's a lot of foreign issues, and in that area where you had been before with what's going on with Iran and Iraq. What's your feedback? What's your opinion on what's going on over there right now?
Well, obviously it's very complicated. We've been at war in the Middle East for 18, 19 years now. I think there has been a real failure of Congress, and members of Congress have really punted their war-making responsibilities. You know, Article 1 of the Constitution gives the authorization to use military force, our military force, war-making, to Congress, not to the president. So we can debate whether we're going to be in all of these places, but the bottom line is Congress has failed to step up and authorize these things. I believe that, you know, we have a pretty impulsive presidency right now, and Congress is not doing its job in standing up and really having a strategy for places like Iran. You know, Iran is a state sponsor of terrorism. They're a bad actor in the Middle East, but what's our strategy? And are we doing the things necessary to achieve that strategy? I'm very worried that we're not right now.
And again, I'm talking with Amy McGrath, who is a Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate, will be on the ballot in May for the primary, and then if winning, will run against Mitch McConnell in the fall.
Yes.
And thank you very much for being with us. Again, she was making a tour of Marion County today.
Yes.
Yes, and visiting us here in Central Kentucky. Thank you. What are some of the final words you'd like to have for our audience?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I learned, first of all, being a Marine and serving the country, the right to vote, the right to get out there and have your voice heard really matters. It's one of the things that when I wore the uniform that I defended. And I just hope that all my fellow Kentuckians take a look at the leaders that we have and get out there and vote and be a part of your democracy. We need you. We need you to step up, to know the issues, and to vote for the best person, not necessarily the party, the person.
Thank you very much. Again, this is Gary White for Channel 6 Television here with Amy McGrath in Lebanon, Marion County. Thank you.
Great.